joining me from another video. If you're joining me for the first time, hello! Well, she is here and I have previously opened her as soon as I got her. Just to check all the pieces were okay. I wanted to give you guys a really good look at Smart Doll, so I made sure that not only did I purchase the doll, that I purchased an official outfit, that I purchased the official shoes, and some other little bits and bobs, just to give you an idea of what it really is to buy a official Smart Doll. And by official, I mean a doll in a SD outfit. Because you can buy the doll and then dress them in all other sorts of pieces, which are quite cheaper than the Smart Doll clothes. But let me tell you, the quality of the Smart Doll clothes is unbelievable. We'll have a look. So on the front here we have Keep Calm and Carry a Smart Doll. Absolutely love this bag. Love the crown at the top with the Keep Calm. It's kind of like a thing, you know, there's lots of Keep Calms and whatever. This bag is just so well made. I absolutely love it. So down here along the side we have Smart Doll, designed by Choo, who is the creator, son of Jimmy Choo, you know, the expensive shoes. Well made, but still expensive shoes. So we have this little symbol on the back. I don't actually know what that symbol stands for. I might actually have to do research on that. I've read a lot of the Smart Doll website, but I don't know what this stands for, so that's interesting. Smart Doll designed by Choo down here, and the same on the side. So when you pull this down, you get a doll at the side, and you can immediately see her name. It has the Japanese symbol for it and then the English word. So here you will see I have chosen Starlight. Starlight is a doll that we have wanted for ages in milk tone, and I'm absolutely happy that we got her before we were actually traveling to Japan and going to wait till Japan to pick her up. But it looks like there's been a change in the factory. Japan, Choo Instagrammed about it, that milk tone might slowly be a bit phased out and they're not going to be making that resin anymore or something along those lines. So I'm glad that I ordered her before anything, because of the world epidemic. There's no traveling to Japan at the moment. So I kind of ordered her since I was so sad we're not going. Now then there is this box next to the doll. Now this box next to the doll here has all the Smart Doll. I love that he's kept the packaging colors simple. Like the emphasis is drawn to the branding name. I think that is so incredibly clever on marketing teams. You know, like the Fugglers dolls, they bring your eyesight to the doll inside by having ordinary packaging. It's not all colorful, it's not all over the place. You know, I love Poopsies, but Poopsies have so much stuff all over them that you kind of don't know what to look at first. This immediately draws your eyes to the brand name. So this is the box which holds your wig and outfits, etc. So we're going to look at that next. Then you have in here, you'll see she's kneeling down, your Smart Doll. So a Smart Doll, but your Smart Doll. And normally, because I have taken her out and put her back in, she has this piece of cardboard wrapped around her. I'm just saying this for the sake of the packers at the Smart Doll factory. You know, they are beautifully placked. So if it looks a bit scruffy, it's because I've pulled her out and put her back in, basically. Then we go here and you can see that even though she's kneeling down, she is already huge. Like the camera is way back there and she is kneeling. So let's see how much she goes off camera when I start to straighten her up. Yep, I'm gonna have to move that camera back. Well, first let's open her out of the bag. Okay, so I've got her down on the table here. She has this bubble wrap around her. Whee! So big! Gosh, the kids are gonna have fun with this. Look at all those bubbles they're gonna be stomping on and popping. So we have some kids fun time, because you know every kid wants to pop the bubbles in the wrapping. And then we have this plastic bag, and oh my goodness, just looking at them, they're just such incredibly beautiful dolls. And if you're into anime, seriously, these are for you. So we have some Dolphy Dream dolls, which are certainly in the anime style too, and they're currently at my brother's place in storage. But I really love the design of the Smart Dolls. I absolutely love it. And I love, I actually like the creator a lot. I love his humor. It's very passive aggressive at times, a bit like me. And I love that he can take a joke and make a joke at the same time. So Smart Dolls are in the anime style, the majority of them, though there is a semi-realistic coming out. And look how long she is. This is sideways on the camera. If she was standing up, we wouldn't be able to see her beautiful face. So I'm going to stand her up when I get some pieces out, but first let's zoom down her and have a look. So here is Starlight up close. She's an absolute gorgeous doll. She has these deep blue eyes. Now she does have a wig which is brunette hair, and if you've been a long time doll follower of mine, I absolutely love, and so does my daughter, brunettes with blue eyes. Those are our favorite types of dolls, and I'm really glad I got her when I did, as it looks like milk tone may become somewhat of a rarity. Danny made a post on it, something about the factory that makes the milk resin, the milk skin tone resin, isn't going to be available as readily as it was before. So he's going to get like the accessories for milk skin tone still going. But as for the dolls at the moment, from what I could see, there were just milk skin tone heads, not bodies available. So we're really, really glad we got her at the end of, I guess, the milk cycle. So, you can see the articulation in the head. You can move it from side to side. She can look down and she can look up. And you can pop it down a bit so it doesn't look so so bad looking up. Coming down to here, she is the standard chest size. There are other chest options available. I'm not really interested in making my doll a busty girl because I have no interest in that sort of thing. So I think the clothes look nicer when they're not stretched to maximum density around the chest area. So up here on articulation in the shoulders, fantastic articulation. You can move it around. Because my hand's on the camera, I can't give any weight to it. You can move it from side to side. You've got full movement in the shoulder there, also in the elbow. You can see these amazing joints. Full movement in the elbow as well. Then you have your wrist. Now, this hand, if it ever wants to get in focus, please, is the standard hand. However, he does have different hand types available. So you can get like thumbs up, and I think there's like a kitty paw, like, you know, the Japanese kitty paw sort of meow meow pose. There are also glove hands, where they're in black or red, I believe. So there is a whole bunch of hand options available, and I'm definitely going to be getting one of the hand option packs, and I'll show that on camera when I do. It's very easy to change the hands, just a matter of pulling them off and putting them back together. That's one thing that he's done with this doll as well. It is easy to pull apart and put back together. So coming up to here, she comes with this little like sports bra here, going down to the center. There is waist movement, sorry, not waist movement, just under her chest here. She can move her chest all sorts of ways to give her upper body movement. Sorry that the camera work here. I'm not very good with holding the camera while trying to manipulate a doll. She's just so big, and that's a good thing. I absolutely love the size of her. Inside this area is a certificate, I believe. Let's see if I can bring that up and show. There's like an instructional thing, which I found purely by mistake when I was getting her dress the other day. Look, she's looking around like, hey, what you think you're doing to me? Okay, so there's the orange spine, and I'm pretty sure there is a sheet of paper in here, which basically is kind of a way of telling that your smart doll is official. There are fake dolls, not fake smart dolls yet on the market, but there's certainly fake Dolphy Dreams and things that have started to flood AliExpress. So, you know, always look for those sorts of things. Now, this doll actually has an internal skeleton, which is what makes it so different to other dolls and what gives them the range of movement that they have. Going down to here, she's got her undies, standard whiteies, undies. And then we can see that she has good movement here in her hips, coming down to the knee here. I'm just trying to do everything for you guys, because I've seen a couple of reviews of smart dolls and the people go on how lovely they are, but they don't actually show the movement involved in the doll itself. You know, not everything's flush. It is quite, she is new, so her joints are quite stiff in some areas. So that is the knee movement right there. But as you can see, unlike some of the cheap dollies that I've been showcasing lately, where it goes down like this, there's no scratch. So you're not going to get burrs, you're not going to get shine marks here. That's what I like about this movement. And down here to the ankle, we have a whole bunch of posability in the ankle. You can even do like this pose. Oh my God, I've broken my ankle. Sort of pose. So there is a great posability in these dolls. She's looking at me like, what did you just do to me, lady? My body feels so weird. So let's stand her up and have a look at some of the accessories I got, including the stand for her. Now, smart dolls are meant to stand by themselves, but there is a support structure which can go into the back of here. We're going to look at that before we stand her up and get her dressed. So while Starlight sits here and recovers from her migraine from me pulling her body in all these sorts of weird ways, let's have a look what's in the box. What's in the box? And it's an easy open. So again, I have already gone through all these because they do cost a bit of money. So I had to make sure that everything when it arrived was tickety-boo. And I was happy with it. The first thing that I'm going to pull out is the telescopic stand, which is basically like a third leg, if you want, like a leg behind her to help her stand. Now I will say that they can stand by themselves, as I have had them standing by themselves, and I say them because there is more smart dolls coming, and if you've been on my Instagram you'll know which one is next. I want one of every skin tone. So Starlight's my milk, and the next smart doll I'll be opening is a Coco. She's gorgeous. I love her. So this is the telescopic stand. Now this doesn't cost you any extra. There are other stands available for certain posing, meant to give you a tiny bit more stability in different sorts of ways, but this one comes with the smart doll. And if you move it over here, you'll see that there is a Jenny, I was about to call it Jenny Choo, got Jimmy Choo on the mind, Danny Choo little postcard here with, I believe this is Mirai, who is the doll that kind of started it all and is one of their most popular dolls. I think she's cute. She just doesn't appeal to me in that way. I'd rather have the blue-eyed beauty behind me, but to each their own. So that comes with your smart doll. Next is something which it was packed a lot nicer than this. Honestly, it was like steam packed, like you'd expect from a dry cleaner. I've just kind of shoved it all in there. Now this item here is the post-apocalyptic uniform. So I'll have that written down there so you can see what it is. And then I will have the price, which was 17,900 yen, which roughly is about $250 New Zealand. And I will have the price of the smart doll soon at the end of all this. So if you're looking to get a full outfit, and I know that some $250 might make a few people go, oh! But the quality is amazing. It's not something that I'm obviously going to splurge on all the time. Because I could buy quite a few dolls for $250 New Zealand, but I wanted to make sure that if I'm investing a lot of money into a doll, that she is also in the correct outfit, if that makes sense to a few of you. Saying that, I have also ordered a rather expensive outfit from a lady on Etsy, and we will be looking at that when it arrives. So this uniform here is in greens, and I don't know how they did it. I want their sewing machine, I can say that. But the sewing on this outfit is absolutely gorgeous. We will open this soon. Then something that comes with the doll, of course, is the doll's wig. So it comes in a little bag and it has a hairnet around it. Again, a lot more attractive than what I've just shoved in here. And it has the color of the hair as Coco, because it is a brunette. So anyone who has ball jointed dolls, and this is possibly a tip if you are not familiar with ball jointed dolls, certain fabrics can stain your doll, and when you are investing a lot of money into these dolls, of which they are not cheap, I've made a whole thing on cheap BJDs from AliExpress, etc. When you are investing $40 into a doll, you wouldn't really care if over a long period of time there's a few stains on them. However, if you're investing $800 plus into a doll, you might be a little upset if you put on a good old red jersey and then take it off and find that your doll's midsection is now a lovely shade of some stained pink. So one of the things with smart dolls is that they have these leg protectors for stain prevention from shoes, of which the ends of the shoes on some BJDs can actually stain your dolls, and which is a reason why you will quite often see my BJDs, such as I had Wednesday on the other day, in these shoes, in white shoes, as they don't stain. At least I've never had white shoes that stain, rather than colors on their feet. So getting back to this, for a pack of these, what would you call them, halfway up the lower leg socks, sorry, I'm so professional here, halfway up the lower leg socks, a pack which goes right up to her knees for stain prevention, and some little ankle socks is 5,500 yen, about $77 New Zealand. I will have conversions down here for US, so make sure you look for those in my videos. I try to do that on anyone that I can. And then finally, of course, to make her outfit completely smart doll, I had to have some Jimmy Choo design shoes, of which I understand that he does the designs for all the smart doll shoes. So my doll has a pair of Jimmy Choo shoes before I do, which is, I'm kind of jealous, to be quite honest. Now these are the lace-up brown boots. Now I don't have the exact price of them. I will put the correct conversion down here, but just from memory, they're about 9,500 yen. So you're looking at paying for a pair of lace-up boots. That would be about $130 New Zealand. Certainly just over $100 New Zealand for a pair of smart doll shoes. And that is what I have in the box. So if you're looking at getting an outfit, basically, you can look at paying about $400 New Zealand just for the outfit. The outfit and the stitching is amazing, but $400 is a lot. If you really, really want a smart doll, if you're saving up for a smart doll, I'd advise buying the doll, but to source your clothes from cheaper options. Okay, so I'm going to open up the outfit first, and we're going to take a good look at it. Now, there also is the option, which I just forgot to say before. Danny actually puts up free patterns for his smart doll clothes. Now, I'm going to say this. There are tutorials online which are also on his website. I tried to follow one of them, and I thought, as someone who has been a dressmaker, and if you've been on Instagram, you'll know that I make doll clothes. I found the tutorials from the girl who was doing them, seemed like a lovely girl, but I found them exceptionally annoying, and that there were just pieces skipped that I felt would have made it easier for a novice, or not even a novice, for someone who doesn't do it for a profession to follow. But you know, that's one of those things, if you're gonna try it, expect to fail the first time and try again. I failed the first time, and my second one actually came out really good, but I didn't like the way it fitted, so I got rid of it. However, onto this, but that is an option. You can make your own smart doll clothes and look for Danny's free patterns on his website. So first of all, let's look at the post-apocalyptic skirt. It is done in this worn denim feel in a green. I love the worn feel. It really does feel a post-apocalyptic. And just look at this. Look at the stitching. This is why you pay hundreds of dollars for this. The amount of time and work his employees put into these exact measurements, into this beautiful craft work. And if you're thinking, oh, it's just sewing, and you're not a sewer, I can tell you that this must be hours upon hours of work, and hats off, bow down to whoever makes this clothing, because this is exceptional. I have purchased a lot of ball jointed doll clothing over my years, and I've never come across anything like this. In varying things, I've brought from the very cheap to the very expensive, and again, this is top of the top. So it has the little smart doll tag in here, which is something to look for if you're purchasing. It has Mirai, these little Mirai on each ones. I absolutely love this. And again, just look at the overlocking and the stitching on the inside. It is perfect. It is to a standard. It is quality. It is something that you are going to keep and pass on with your dolls to your children. It's beautiful. Then we have, I'm going to look at the shirt underneath first. So we have this short shirt, short sleeve shirt, and again, it's only crumpled because I've put it on Starlight and then taken it off. Now I'm going to go into Starlight's personality a bit later, because I know there's some of you dolly fans who love to give your dolls personalities, and me too. Me too. I want to get in on that. You know, it's lovely to give dolls personalities. Again, look at the stitching on this. If you're a sewer, you know that this is amazing. It also gives you a spare button, so you get one spare teeny tiny button. This is teeny tiny stitching. I think I would go a little crazy. I was going crazy following the free pattern for the pants, and Lord knows I was not overlocking the tiny seams on those pants, but everything in here is overlocked. Everything is done to a quality standard, just as you would expect, say, a designer shirt to be done. It's exceptional. Again, we have the little Mirai tag over here. If you're going, it's so expensive, I'm sorry, but I can see the amount of work it would take to make this, and it is well worth it. Next is this jacket, and this jacket is just exceptional. It has these puffed up shoulders here. Look at these little buttons. Look at this. It is gorgeous. I could imagine this, you know, in almost like a deep purple with red trim as jesters, kind of like a jester's. There's so much potential in these to make some beautiful. There's almost, you know, almost part of me wants to dip it into purple dye, but it'd probably come off on my smart doll, so I don't want to, because I look at this and I know it's meant to be post-apocalyptic school, but I kind of see Chester's coat when I see it. It's gorgeous. You might see something completely different. Again, the quality is there. I think I showed the Mirai tag there, so let's open it up and have a look inside. Everything is overlocked, these tiny little seams. It is done in this worn effect to make it look like there has been some sort of tragedy, and the clothing is well used, well worn. Just absolutely gorgeous. Just look at this. I like to consider myself pretty good with sewing and things, but look how exact this is. I can't do that. I know I would be like, oh, not, it's just absolutely fantastic, gorgeous. So next, let's open up these shoes. So I thought these boots would look amazing with the post-apocalyptic, it's a bit of a mouthful saying that word, isn't it? Uniform. Here are the soles of the shoes with these high heels on the boots. made of this very firm foam. I think it's like a foam. It looks like a foam, it feels like a foam, but it's not like squishy like a foam. It's interesting. We have the Smart Doll symbol on the back, and I believe I read on the side, it's been a while since I read the side, I'm sorry if I'm doing it injustice here or saying something wrong, but I believe the shoes are designed by Jimmy Choo. And look at this, it's just gorgeous. Just exact and beautiful. I absolutely love them. So yeah, that's the boots. There isn't too much to show. I can't really get into there. Oh, there's a red thing at the bottom there. Oh, the Smart Doll symbol is also inside there. So that's something to look forward to. Cool. Okay, so in the stain prevention ones, I don't think I'm going to give her the knee highs because that'll make her look a little more sweet, a little more girly than I want to make her look in this outfit. Now, this outfit actually isn't for Starlight. I have brought a different outfits for Starlight to reflect her personality more. This outfit is more for my next doll, Justice, who I will be reviewing in the future. Justice's personality is a little more formal, a little more exact, very business-like sort of woman. Whereas Starlight is a bit more of a dreamer. So I'm going to take these little socks here to put the boots into. So the boots I think will come up to about there. I'm not sure. We'll try. I have put it on her before, but I can't remember where they come up to. And that'll just stop the rubbing around the edges, which is something I believe I touched on before. So the last thing I want to open and show before I stick it on the doll is the wig. Now, I think Starlight, when we first started wanting her, came with a brunette bob. Is there anyone who can remember that? Because when we saw her again, we were so excited actually that she had long brown hair, because both of us were almost positive she came with like a brunette bob, and we were always thinking, oh, we're going to have to buy another long haired wig to go on her since we want her to be a long haired brunette. Now the wig quality, again, it's all attention to detail. The stitching inside is gorgeous. It's not got wavy stitching everywhere. You can see that it's all stitched down. I did a few of these, pull tests, and nothing's coming out. So, some doll wigs you get and you start pulling and it's like, get out all those hairs before I put it on. It has been on her before, so it isn't as sleek as it is when I first opened, but that is my error, not their error. And let's put it on her. Let's get her dressed. Let's dress her up together. I know a few of you PM'd me about the LOL dolls that you loved me dressing them on camera, so I will dress Starlight with you. Okay, the patient is down. She is ready for her dressing. So the first thing I'm going to put on is, let's get the shirt. The shirt. Now, something that you may not know with Smart Doll is you can take the limbs apart. You can pull them out here. Pull it out. To make dressing easier if it's a certain thing, or take off the head if you're putting on a t-shirt. We won't need to do that because our ones have buttons up, but it's amazing that people don't understand that, and they can't understand why they can't put their t-shirt on their Smart Doll over the head. These dolls are made to be pulled apart and put together. Now if you've got a BJD such as this, Wednesday's still here from a review I did the other day, you can't do it because it is a strung ball jointed doll. She is done with strings. If you start pulling those strings too much, you're going to make your doll really loose and she's going to become flopsy mopsy. You don't want that. And secondly, you don't want to break those strings and have to restring her. So these sorts of BJDs, yes, I can understand how some people can make that who aren't used to these sort of anime style dolls can make a bit of a mistake that way, but the Smart Doll can be pulled apart to make dressing easier. So I won't need to do that with this one. I'll go right through over her hand here. One good thing with having all this articulation, your arms can go in really weird ways. I'm sorry. I'm just going to button this off camera because I want to bring her near to me And these little buttons with acrylic nails, not so easy. Ta-da! Well, I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit fiddly trying to get those buttons through the hole, but I'm glad that they haven't gone the easy way, which is to put the buttons fake on the top and have Velcro behind, which gives it, you know, it'll make it too puffy and unrealistic. Having it with the little real buttons just gives a real feel to it, and it's very, very cute. I like it. Let's get the jacket on. Isn't this jacket gorgeous? So for the sake of the jacket, I'm going to remove her hands on both sides so she becomes Starlight the stubby. All right, come on, and get that through. Just makes it super easy. She keeps wanting to put her head behind. She's so ashamed. She's like, I'm so ashamed. This shouldn't be happening to me. Why do things like this happen to me? She doesn't want the camera to see her. No, please don't look at me in my hour of embarrassment. Okay, all right. So we're gonna get that turn around the right way. Gonna do a bit of a wiggling and jiggling here. Worst doll dressing ever. No, I'm kidding. It's not as bad as I'm making it to be. It's actually quite easy. I've had outfits with tiny little zippers. Some BJD outfits came with tiny little zippers, and I hate them. I absolutely hate doing up the tiny little zippers, because if they get caught, sometimes you have to start ripping at them, and I've had a BJD outfit actually, the little zipper break because I yanked it too hard. Drove me insane. There we go. That's on her. Then we can just slide her hands back on. You know, if I had the thumbs up pack, I could be doing thumbs up. It's on! Yay! I'm alive! She's looking at her hand. It looks like, hey, do I have the thumbs up pack? Nope. And then we have the skirt, which is super duper easy peasy to put on. We'll put it right up to just above her hips here, and then do it up at the back. And that is the outfit. The fiddliest part is those teeny tiny buttons, but again, I'm glad they went with teeny tiny buttons instead of the real cheap and nasty way, which is to basically have the fake buttons on the front and Velcro underneath. So that's nice. Make sure those joints are put in there. So next I'm going to get her shoes on. Whoop. There we go, Starlight. Oof. And let's put them on this way. Should I take off? No, I don't need to take off the feet, do I? These are stretchy enough. Good. Make sure the feet is on the right way so we're not walking like we're a penguin. Yep. And then get the shoes. Now, I don't think I had to stretch the shoes too much. On some BJD shoes, I have to make sure the laces are pretty open before I get the feet on. I don't think I had to on Starlight. I don't think I needed to. I think they went pretty good on if I gave them a... Yep. Awesome if I gave them a push. So I'm just going to make sure that white sock is in around the areas that can touch the skin, basically. Yeah, no worries. And then we're going to do that up. Look how amazing this is. I love it. And these little shoelaces even have the shoelace waxy things at the end. So I love, love, love the attention to detail. And so there should be that attention to detail when you're paying big prices for things. You know, if you're paying good money for something, you've got to expect something that is worth it. And these are definitely worth it. Fantastic. On this one. Easy. Make sure I shove that sock down so it's covering all her skin area. Perfect. So you can just see how easy that was. Even the outfit itself. You're not really fighting with the doll. Strung dolls can be a bit of a fight. They can give you a bit of a kick or a slap if you do them the wrong way. They can get their own back if you pull them the wrong way and they don't like it. There we go. Nice. I almost wish I had like a tiny bulldog clip to put there. I don't want to double knot it. I do not want to double knot it, but I almost wish I had like a tiny bulldog clip to put there. Doesn't she look gorgeous? She looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm really blown away with the clothes. Part of me, because the clothes are so good, like her face is gorgeous, but my eyes are constantly drawn down to the clothing because they're just amazing. The only thing that is annoying me is this little flap here that refuses to sit down. That is actually how it came out. It came out and this flap went up. I don't know. I'm going to have to give that a bit of an iron. That's okay. Nothing to stress about. So, one thing with ball jointed dolls is you'll know that it's quite beneficial to get a gel cap. Now, what a gel cap is it's a cap which sits on the scalp of a BJD to assist in holding the wig on. On smart dolls, I've been told that you don't really need to get a gel cap, that the wig sits on quite well. And from the short time I had Starlight and Justice out playing around with them, I can say that I didn't have any issues where the wig flew off halfway across the world and then I was kind of like fighting to put it back on. So one thing that I will say is I was amazed at how easy the wigs are to get on. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I feel like I'm fighting with wigs to get them on. So here she is. I'm just going to get a little bit of a comb and give her a brush and get this right. Say she's getting a comb, comes back with a brush. Alright, so that was just pulled back by the brush. Let's just give it a little bit of a brush here. You can just see how easy it is to style. So the wig isn't pulling off her, it is sliding around her head, but that is because I have a brush rather than a comb, so it is a bit more, not so gentle. Not so gentle at all. Something relaxing about people watching. I love, my daughter's hair is as long as this. I love brushing her hair. There's something so incredibly therapeutic in brushing a lovely mop of hair. Oh my goodness. Look at this. You can just see how silky and smooth it is, the quality coming through. You can see the little halo of the light on the sheen, and it's, you know, I always think it's kind of like a beautiful way of telling when someone has lovely healthy hair, that little halo on that beautiful sheen of the head. So there's one little bit of hair. One little teeny piece of hair came out in all that brushing. That's okay. That's okay. Let's get her stowed up on the telescope. Okay, so here is what I call the telescope. It's not really a telescope. I think it's like telescopic stands. You can see it goes right out, and it is a third lev measure to balance your smart doll for poses, for, you know, just to give her that extra bit of support. But wait, as you can see, Starlight is here standing on her own. She's like got her hands down here. She's saying, hey, I can do this without assistance, thank you very much. But this is a fantastic thing that you can add to your doll in case you want to do something like this. Ta-da! So you can see I've bent her here with one leg straight and apart, the other one with a bend here, and her ankles semi on a lean. Something that if I was to pose a doll like this and just sit them down, they would go meow. But that extra third leg, which you can see coming out the back here, gives her that little bit of extra stability, so you can put them in poses where their stance is naturally going to turn them into a tree and go timber. I absolutely love it. So the cost of the doll right towards the end of the video. Now, to purchase a smart doll, you are looking at 52,000 yen for the vinyl body. There used to be another option for body, but I didn't really like it. I can't remember what it was called because it had seam lines, and on my dolls, something I'm actually quite fussy with is seam lines. I don't really like seam lines on my doll. So 52,000 yen converts to about $731 New Zealand, which I'll have the US conversion over here. Because I do have quite a few US watches. They are expensive dolls, but I highly, highly recommend them. But at that price, they are highly worth it. In fact, if someone was to ask me, would I recommend going for a BJD strung doll like Wednesday First or a smart doll, I think the smart doll is actually a really good step into the higher end doll collecting, because they are so poseable. They are so likable with their anime faces. There is such a large range of dolls to choose from. And more so than that, one thing which puts people off the BJD community, and I've seen it time and time again, is some ball jointed dolls can take up to 3 months to process. 3 months to process. They are works of art. They absolutely are worth the expense, but 3 months generally doesn't satisfy today's instant gratification younger generation. So the smart dolls are very fast shipping. They're available right away. I would say if you're looking at joining the hobby, the smart doll is a great way to step into it. So I've put a couple of my official dolls around here just to give you a little bit of a size comparison to some other official dolls. Apart from Wednesday, who's pretty much up to her size. Wednesday is an SD BJD. But down here we have a little dowel and a Poolip. Just to show just how much taller she is than those types of dolls. They basically come up to her crotch here. So, the little bit about the story. I'm going to do a bit of writing in the description below. I know some of you love this. I've watched a couple of your videos where you've given them personalities, or I know Lovely Day, who's another New Zealander who does her BJDs. I love watching her, and she gives her dolls personalities and little stories and everything like this. Starlight has been renamed. Her name is Casey. So for me, Casey is, as I said, she's in the wrong outfit. This is actually going to be for Justice, who, look out for Justice soon. There's another Justice in her bag there. She's gorgeous in the cocoa skin. I've still got it, so I'm definitely going to get the tea and the cinnamon as well to add to my collection. Starlight is Casey. Now Casey is a bit of a dreamer, as I said. She's kind of that girl that isn't too sure where she wants to go in life. She kind of wants everything and nothing at the same time. Complete opposite to her best friend Justice. Justice has been renamed to Serena. Serena is completely knows what she wants out of life, knows where she's going for it. Nobody's going to stand her in her way and she's going to get it. Whereas Casey's a bit more of the space head, not the airhead. I don't want to say airhead because it's not that she's stupid. She's the dreamer. The one who just needs to sort herself out and find out where she's going. Do you know some people like that? You know that they have the brains to do it, but they're kind of like just doody along. So I'll write a bit in the description about her for my BJD story. Wednesday, of course, has to be here for everyone that joins. She's always been here for everyone that joins. She makes sure they're welcome. She's my mother doll, basically. Love you, Wednesday. Love you so much. You're my baby. I hope you liked this smart doll opening. Sorry if I'm not the best unboxer of BJDs. I know there's some really professional ones out there, but I just kind of make fun out with it because I love dolls and I want to have fun with them even though I'm really old. If you love smart dolls, please give this video a thumbs up. If you love toys and dolls in general, please subscribe. We love to open toys and dolls here and we love to share. And we especially like to show the very good ones, and if you've seen my other videos, the not so good ones that are pretenders. there's the pretender in the background envying all the real ones in the front here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.